ambushed me out of nowhere, and they started rubbing on me, rubbing on my chest. And once I got back to my Airbnb, I looked at my chest and I'm like, where's my chain?
All right, guys, I got my man Tripping with Jay out here in Da Nang, Vietnam.
What up, y'all?
We out here, man. So you came from Thailand.
Right.
All right. You been out here for what, about a week?
I've been here for about 3 or 4 days so far.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
First thoughts, what you think?
Oh, man. So I think it's the issue of the timing of the travel, because it's the tail end of monsoon season. So we're going to get rain, we're going to get less crowds. My bad. We're going to get less crowds at like clubs and bars and things like that. But just based off of that, I'm not the biggest fan, because coming straight off from Thailand was a totally like a 180-degree turn. And I'm like, I come here and it's totally different. Nobody's really here. Thailand, it was crowded at nightclubs every single night. You had accessibility to ATMs, money exchange places. Here, it's nothing like that. It didn't meet the expectations that YouTube videos from other creators have shown us, man. And I'm disappointed, but I want to give the city another chance once the weather is a lot better. And that's real. That's true.
Talk about some of your good experiences and bad experiences overseas.
Yeah, so let's start with the good one, because the bad one is actually pretty interesting. So the good one has to be just meeting other expats abroad and hanging out with random strangers and them becoming friends over time, and overall just feeling a sense of belonging and safety. That's the biggest thing, at least in Southeast Asia. But the bad story, in Bangkok, I got my gold chain snatched. And this was unheard of since, I don't know, for a long ass time, right? So let me tell y'all the story. I'm a little bit tipsy, leaving the nightclub, and I'm walking back to my Airbnb. I walk past a bus stop where 2 ladyboys ambushed me out of nowhere, and they start rubbing on me, rubbing on my chest. One of them kindly just snatches my chain, and I don't realize it at the time because I'm trying to get away. I literally started almost running away from them. And once I got back to my Airbnb, I looked at my chest and I'm like, where's my chain? And I'm like, oh, it must have been the 2 ladyboys. I must have snatched it. And I'm like, yo, this is unheard of, because you're supposed to feel safe. You can wear your jewelry, you can wear your watch and everything, unlike Brazil, where you had to keep everything in your pockets and keep everything hidden. You can kind of be out in the open with your stuff in Thailand or Southeast Asia in general. But that was the first instance of anybody that I've ever told that story of any type of violence or anything that has ever been formed on them. So just beware of the ladyboys, man. I don't really mess with all of that. So I was very shocked to even begin with. So I was like, nah, I'm really not about to be out here wearing my chain. I'm gonna tuck my chain when I go back to Bangkok, y'all.
You know what's crazy, man? It's funny you mentioned Brazil, because I went through almost a very similar situation in Brazil in Copacabana at 3 in the morning.
No way.
Yeah, so basically my Uber driver, basically I had to get out of the car because I had been drinking. I had to, let it out basically.
Yeah.
Uber car takes off on me, just leaves me. So I had to walk back to my apartment, had to be about maybe 10, 15 miles. So I'm walking in Copacabana, the boardwalk, on the way home, and I see a girl, right? And then I see two, I guess, I don't know what they call them, transgender guys.
Yeah.
Basically, in Rio, the girl stops in front of me and starts twerking. And then she pushes herself onto me, and that's when the little transgenders tried to come. But I was so fast with it, I just immediately pushed her ass. I knew what they were trying to do.
Oh,
so I immediately pushed her ass off.
Yeah.
And they tried to basically rob me, right? They were trying to rob me too. So I've been through a similar situation.
Yeah.
It's just I ain't had no jewelry on. They were gonna try to pickpocket me, you know what I'm saying?
That's a problem too in Bangkok too.
Yeah. So, I ain't gonna say it's common, but it happens. Luckily, it kind of sucks though because you didn't get the chain back. But that does happen. If anybody steals, it's known for the lady boys to be doing shit like that.
It's weird. It's weird, man, because you honestly think of course you expect something like that for Brazil, right? That's why you were prepared already. But in Thailand, it's typically touted as being quite safe. So when that stuff actually happens, you're just very surprised, because that's why I didn't even like think to even check for my chain after that encounter, because I'm like, there's no way that they snatched my chain. There's no way. But that was the only negative experience I've had in Southeast Asia so far, besides the weather here in Da Nang during the tail end of monsoon season, man.
Okay, and what's the differences you see just looks-wise from the women from Thailand to Vietnam?
Oh my gosh, it's a night and day difference, man. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So Thailand, in my humble opinion, has some of the best looking women in Southeast Asia. Besides maybe like the Philippines probably edges them out because they speak English more. But as far as physical looks, Thailand wins. Vietnam has more fair-skinned women, and I myself like more of a melanated Asian. So I would lean more towards Thailand and the Philippines as being the better looking women, in my opinion. But here in Da Nang in particular, the chicks just aren't it, bro. The chicks just are not hitting like they do back in Thailand. I have to just be completely honest with y'all, man. It's you'll see like a small percentage of them, maybe like a handful, that are like, all right, I can definitely talk to her. But overall, nah, don't come here for the women. Come here for the great weather when it is great, and come here for the landscapes and tourist attractions. So that's it.
Do you think it's a possibility that maybe you should go to like maybe Saigon or what was it, Ho Chi Minh City? Yeah.
I would say go to those cities if you really want to go and find like a woman for yourself, because the bigger cities are going to obviously attract the more good-looking women, because they can make more money being bartenders, being bottle girls or whatever. So I would go to the larger cities, but here, don't come here if you're a solo traveler, man. That's my biggest thing I want to convey to you guys.
And what do you do to afford to be able to go overseas for months at a time?
Yeah, so I do a whole bunch of things. So I have a day job, and I work for a cell phone company for my day job, and I also do real estate, and I'm a real estate investor. Mm-hmm. And of course, I do content creation as well, which you guys will see on my channel. But I do a combo of that allows me to stay abroad for months at a time and not really have to worry about bills.
Okay, so you mentioned that you're just trying to like get out the States.
Yeah.
Why don't you like enjoy living in America no more?
So I believe America is still one of the best countries in the world when it comes to making money and the ability to create a business. It's very easy, but as far as the quality of life, that was my main gripe. So I wanted to really have a better quality of life, and I looked abroad. First, I was looking at Mexico to kind of relocate to, because I am a resident of Mexico. But I wanted to explore Southeast Asia to kind of figure out if this is going to be the spot that I want to have either a home base or a second home or a third home at. And so far, I can really see myself living in Thailand, to be honest with you, because it offers a better quality of life and the affordability aspect as well.
Okay, so what are a few of the countries you've been in that you've been kind of looking at to live in?
Yeah, so I mentioned Mexico. I went to Brazil last year. I could see myself living in a non-touristy part of Brazil because of the safety component of it. I've been to Peru. Peru was really nice. The only thing about Peru is, I don't know if it's really like American friendly. I know it's our responsibility to kind of assimilate into the culture of the country that we choose to live in. But I think there are better countries than Peru for Americans to live in. And let me see, the last country, for sure Thailand was the last country. And in Thailand, I can see myself living in 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now you didn't mention Vietnam. What about Vietnam?
Oh man, come on, man. Listen, I love Vietnam for what it is. Mm-hmm. I love the Vietnamese people. It's just a lot of roadblocks and barriers for people to not only come and visit, but it's also a lot more difficult for people to come and try to live here, because the visa process, and I mentioned this on my channel as well, you have to wait like 7 or 8 working days for a visa to come through. And if you mess up one little aspect of your visa, like a date, or you don't put your correct name, you have a misspelling somewhere, it's gonna screw you up. And I don't like to compare Vietnam to Thailand, but people will always want us to. But Thailand is so easy. They have the digital QR code, and you can do the visa instantly, and you can stay for 90 days in Thailand. But they have been kind of cracking down on like visa runs. But overall, Vietnam is just so many additional roadblocks that you don't see in Thailand. And it's just a lot easier to get cash, to withdraw cash, and the English proficiency in Vietnam is lacking. That's a few of the components why I wouldn't choose Vietnam right now, but I could see maybe 5, maybe 10 years from now, Vietnam may be the new Thailand.